Hello, hello. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good time zone. How are you all doing? I hope you're doing well. Welcome back to another episode of Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Justice for All. I have with me some hot chocolate. And we have a trial to get into, so let's jump into that. Last episode felt really good because I was making connections and figuring out exactly what they wanted me to present every time, which was really nice. It was exciting. So let's get on with it. June 22nd, 12:04 PM, District Court, Defendant Lobby number 3. Is it really true about my aunt? Also, some of my sound settings might be a bit different, I don't know. So apologies if the game sounds too loud or too quiet this week. I will check it compared to other episodes afterwards and make sure that's sorted for the next one. I'm afraid so, Maya. There's no way Enid could have killed Dr. Gray by herself. And under the circumstances, there's no one else other than your Aunt Morgan. That's terrible. Oh, I'm yawning already. Why? Why would my aunt? Everything is going just as I predicted, Mr. Phoenix, right? I don't know who's talking. Oh, hello. Miss Von Karma. Why are you doing this? Why are you trying to take revenge on Nick? Nick had nothing to do with what happened to your dad. Don't you have something better to be worrying about? Say, your own situation? Looking down on me, even though we're the same age. Are you done yet? You've caused me enough pain and suffering. Not yet. My goal is to defeat you, and I'll let the whole world know of your defeat. But even if you do that, it won't bring your father back. Whatever. In the meantime, let's bring this match to its conclusion. And then we'll know who the real winner is. Oh shit. Something tells me she's not taken any prisoners in this last bit of the trial. June 22nd, 12:10, District Court, courtroom number 2.
Court will now reconvene. Mr. Wright.
Yes, Your Honour.
Can you prove Ms. Eeny had a motive?
Yes, I believe I can. Eeny and Dr. Gray have only one point of connection, and that is the car accident 1 year ago. The motive I'm looking for must be there. Ms. Meany, please testify to this court about your car accident last year. Huh? I thought, you wanted to, ask about my, motive. I, don't see the point in, bringing up the past.
Ms. Meany, if you please.
Okay. I totally don't think it'll do any good, but... Here we go. Last year's accident. That was, last year in May. Something really bad had happened at, my sister's clinic around then. And, the night of the accident, my sis was totally tired while she was driving. I was, totally pooped too, so I, fell asleep in the passenger seat. I, woke up because of a jolt, and, it was a sea of flames around me. I, opened the door and, got away.
I think I've heard of this incident.
It was all the talk on the tabloid shows day after day last year.
Yes, and there was talk about Dr. Gray drugging your sister.
Those were merely rumours. Totally baseless gossip.
Yes, Mr. Wright, you may question the witness.
Right now, it's impossible to prove that Dr. Gray did in fact drug Ms. Meany's sister. Yeah, which means I'll have to work this from another angle. It's still unnerving. The hell has taken on the form of Mia. That was last year in May. Didn't some sort of medical malpractice happen at your sister's hospital then? Yeah, that was in May too. The thing with all the patients dying was May 2nd. And our accident was on the 24th. 2 accidents back to back. You assume it's just a coincidence? my sis was like totally tired, so that's why, duh. Like, something really bad had happened at like my sister's clinic around then. Oh, yawning again, I'm sorry. That was the malpractice incident where 14 patients died, correct? Yeah. What was the cause of the mistake? Like, I heard it was because the medicines, like, got mixed up. Was that the fault of your sister, Meanie? Like, no way. Dr. Gray, like, wanted to blame it on my sis. That incident has nothing to do with our murder here. Besides, the police report has already documented that it was entirely Meanie's fault. Which means as far as the real facts are concerned, Meanie is the one who made the mistake. But, like, it really wasn't my sis. And, like, the night of the accident, my sis was totally tired while she was driving. She was totally tired? You mean exhausted? Like, she had to talk to the police and, like, was being investigated, like, every day. It was, like, a totally terrible situation. It's no wonder, then, that the car accident happened, huh? Just press harder. So then, why didn't you ask to switch places? Huh? Like, what are you talking about? I meant switch drivers. If your sister was so tired, then you should have switched with her.
True.
Ah, but, like, I don't, like, have a driver's license. This is news to me. I was not aware you didn't have your license, Miss Meanie.
Miss Meanie, please amend your testimony.
Like, okay. Anyway. I was, like, totally pooped, too, so, like... Okay. So I, like, fell asleep in the passenger seat. The accident happened at night, correct? Yeah, like, it was at, like, 1 AM or so, I think. I had, like, a paper due, like, really soon. So, like, I hadn't slept and was working, like, real hard. So it was because the two of you were so tired that this accident happened. I, like, woke up because of a jolt and, like, it was a sea of flames around me. Her voice is getting harder to do with every line. I think in part because I'm tired. And your sister, what happened to her? I didn't see her. The car was, like, totally black and there was, like, a ton of smoke. I, like, totally had, like, no clue what was going on. I, like, opened the door and, like, got away. Please tell us about your escape in more detail. I, like, kept wanting to forget that time, so, like, I don't remember things about the accident in, like, detail anymore.
Well, it's alright. No need to push yourself.
I think I, like, gave an interview after the accident. Like, that would probably be the most accurate, you know? If it's that article, then I've already got it. Let's just check the court record to see what that says. Okay. She opened the right door. I, like, didn't have my license, so, like, I couldn't take over driving further. And that's why you were in the passenger seat? Like, yeah. I was, like, at my college's research lab till, like, really late. So my sis was, like, giving me a ride home. I see. Phoenix. Yes? You can't do this. You're being too easy on her. There's got to be some sort of secret sleeping in this testimony. Yes, so let's find that one crushing contradiction and end this. Okay. It was like last year in May. May 2nd, yep. And May 24th. Can't contradict that one. Something really bad happened at your sister's clinic around then. Can't contradict that. And like the night of the accident, my sister was totally tired while she was driving. Aha. So if we present this one, I forgot that was a driver's license photo, but I'm glad I checked it. I was like, I know we had a photo of her. Ms. Meanie, that was a lame lie just now. Like, what do you mean? I know you had a license back then. This is a photo you took for the express purpose of getting a driver's license. Oh my god, the yawns, not stopping.
What is the meaning of this, Ms. Meanie?
That's right. Yeah, I had, like, a license, but I didn't get it until after the accident. No, you had it. You had it at the time of the accident. Director Hottie, or the guy pretending to be him anyway, said so. What are you talking about, that perverted fake clinic doctor? Yes, that perverted fake clinic doctor. And how... director, and how did you... Ouch. No one cares. Witness, when did you receive your driver's license? Like, last November? What? November? The accident happened last May. That's a half-year lapse in time, Mr. Phoenix, Wright. What in the...
That's what happened, Mr. Wright. At the time of the accident, Miss Meanie did not have a driver's license.
Ow. Cry and my whip will accommodate.
Anyway, without a license, the witness and her sister could not have switched drivers.
I'm, like, glad you get it, but, like, even if I had my license, I, like, don't think my sister would, like, let me drive. Ow. Don't just stand there humming to yourself. Not you too, Mia, with the whip, and the pain, and the ow. Ms. Meanie, why do you think you would not have been allowed to drive anyway? Yeah? That's because...
I think this situation calls for a more detailed testimony. Ms. Meanie, if you please.
Like, how annoying. Oops, like, sorry. Didn't mean to be mean. It wouldn't be allowed. Like, around that time, I was, like, really close to getting my license. My sis was, like, this totally big fan of cars and, like, really valued them. She, like, had just gotten this really shiny bright red sports car. She, like, would say things like, no way am I letting a noob drive my car. So, like, that's why I ended up in the passenger seat that night, too.
I see. A bright red car for sports. Now then, the defence may question the witness.
I'm not terribly knowledgeable about cars, but... wouldn't be allowed. Let's press on everything, as always. So, what do you mean by really close? Like, I had one of those permit things. I think that's what they're called. Permit? Wow, the big-name lawyer boy doesn't even know what a driver's permit is? Well, this lawyer never had a permit. Wah! Ignorance is to be whipped. Who was with her? All she's said in the last few minutes is utter nonsense. So, like, may I continue? Okay, nothing on that one. My sis was like this totally big fan of cars and like really valued them. She valued cars. How much would you say she valued her car? Well, like she'd flip out at like a drop of rain. And like she wouldn't notice if someone like touched the car door with dirty hands. In that case, why bother taking the car out of the garage ever? Why did she take such special care of the car? How can you say that? It was a brand spanking new car. New car. Like, you wouldn't want to, like, get it dirty, would you, Mr. Lawyer? I think that cars getting dirty is just another fact of life, but I guess people who really love cars think otherwise. Also, the fact that she bought a new car right after the malpractice lawsuit could be a contradiction that we can expose.
Well, Ms. Meanie, what kind of car was it?
She, like, had just gotten this really shiny bright red sports car. It was a new car. Yeah. She had, like, just gotten it. It was, like, from the UK. Oh my goodness, UK mentioned, let's go.
The UK? Well, there's her boyfriend's initials.
Oh my god, Judge. And it was a really special model. She had waited for a whole year for it to arrive. I guess her love of cars would be the obvious next topic. I really don't know anything about cars, but I had a feeling this was bound to come up. Your Honour,
Yes?
please have the witness append what she just said to her testimony.
You mean the part about it being a special import car?
Yes. Oh. Oh. I see where this is going.
Well, if you like cars that much, then...
That's not my point. Though, to be honest, I don't know what the point is either. I do.
Ms. Meany, would you please fix your testimony?
Sure, whatever. My sister's new car was like a totally special model from England. I yelled hold it pretty forcefully, but I don't actually know what to ask about cars. Ask for the heck of it, let's do it. This is probably going to get us punished. So yes, what am I supposed to pick for a topic? Let's start with this. Why are British cars good? Like, huh? They're expensive and their driver's seat is opposite to our cars here in the States. That's the hint, in case you need it. It would seem there's no benefit to owning one. Like, huh? This whole steering wheel on the right side thing, it's kind of goofy, isn't it? Yeah, they're really hammering this home. What do you know? That sleek shape, the purr of the engine, the wild way it starts, and blah 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 blah. I can't keep up with that. Oh, forgive me. My personality really changes at the drop of a hat. It's interesting, isn't it, Phoenix? Bit by bit, I'm beginning to see the real contradiction behind this case. She, would say things like, "No way am I letting a noob drive my car." Was your sister good at driving? She was, totally awesome. She, said she was going to be the, racing queen of the nursing world. Somehow, I think she bumped my question off track again. So, that's why I ended up in the passenger seat that night too. And that was when the accident occurred, correct? Yeah. I, immediately reached for the passenger side door and fled, in a daze.
Sounds like you had a terrifying time.
There is something very big here. It's going to be hard to break apart such a natural-sounding testimony, but we have to attack it, and by doing so, a flaw will show itself. It has to. But do you really think so? Believe. There is a path. I know it. Neil almost sounded like a prophet for a second there. So I don't know which one to present it on. I'm going to try both. We'll try this one first. Open the right door, which would put her in the driver's seat of a UK car. We'll try on this one. If it's not, it's on the third one. No, we got it. Ms. Meany, do you remember this article? It's an article about the accident. You had said this in it. But I opened the right door and, got out. That's correct, isn't it? Why are you suddenly asking me about that? Your Honour, which side is the passenger's seat, the left or the right?
Well, it's on the right side, of course, because the driver's on the left side.
That would be if it were an American car, but it would be the opposite in a British car.
Opposite?
The two of them were riding in a British car. In that case, the passenger side would be the left side. Ah.
What do you mean by this?
Miss Meany, you said that you had escaped using the right side door of the car. But if you were sitting there, then that means you were in the driver's seat. Ah.
Order, order, order in the court, order. Order, ah!
Mr. Phoenix Wright is blabbering nonsense again. Eni said the person who was driving was her older sister, Meany. That is what Eni said, yes, but that is where her story falls apart. Somewhere, all of us made a big error in our assumptions. Phoenix. It looks like you finally found the real root of this murder. If we connect all the dots, there can only be one answer. I'd like to ask the court a question. Eni or Mimi, who was really driving that night? Oh, I'm gonna say Eni. And the answer is Eni Meenie, of course.
Oh, why would you say that?
Because Eni Meenie just said so herself in her testimony. She said that she escaped the car from the right side door, which would have been where the driver's seat was. Ow! I'm inclined to feel sorry for a foolish fool who foolishly spends his time foolishly. At that time, Ms. Eni Meenie had not yet received her driver's license. And that is why the accident happened. Hold it, Phoenix. It looks like you still don't see the real truth behind the accident. The real truth? Think outside the box, isn't that what we always say? Alright, one more time. If we connect all the dots, there can only be one answer. Okay. It is Mimi, then. I'd like to ask the court a question. Eni or Mimi, who was really driving that night? The answer is the one person who had a driver's license, Mimi Meenie. After all, that makes her the only person who could legally drive.
But you just said the witness, Miss Eni Meenie, was the one in the driver's seat.
Which leads us to the next question.
The next question?
Who is the person standing at the witness stand right now? Okay, I didn't see this coming. Ugh. What sort of idiotic ruse is this, Mr. Phoenix Wright? This witness's name is... I'll tell you what her name really is. This witness's real name is... Morgan Fey. No, I'm kidding. Mimi Meenie. Mimi Meenie. That is your real name.
Objection!
Of all the foolish dribble. Then how do you explain her appearance? This witness had severe facial burns when she was admitted into the hospital. So for the purpose of facial reconstruction, the surgeons used a picture. Facial reconstruction surgery. This is the picture she gave to her doctors at the time. That's right. It's a picture of her younger sister. No!
Oh, but Mimi Meenie, she died in the car accident.
That's what everyone thought. However, that was not the case. Then the body they found at the crash site. That was the body of the real Eni Meenie. Isn't that right, Miss Mimi Meenie? Oh shit. That car accident 1 year ago. The one who died that night was Eni Meenie. Her sister, Mimi, then stole her face and was reborn as Eni. That explains why she was so pissed off at us when we got stuff about the car wrong, or like were ignorant about it. With this, she effectively erased Mimi Meenie from existence. Your Honour, I'm sure you can now see why Mimi had to kill Dr. Gray.
What do you mean?
What is the meaning of this nonsense? Dr. Gray wanted to call back the spirit of a dead person. Specifically the spirit of his nurse that died in the crash, Mimi Meenie. However, that would not have been possible, because Mimi Meenie was still in fact alive. And that fact would have been discovered had the channeling been conducted. So this witness had to stop that from happening. At all costs. And that's why she had to kill Dr. Turner Gray? Is that what you're saying? Yes. Before the channeling, Dr. Gray had the misfortune of consulting this witness about communicating with the dead. And in that moment, his fate was sealed.
Well, Ms. Ron Karma.
Why did you say my name just now? Looks like I've been unmasked. Witness? That's right. I admit it. My real name is Mimi Meanie. That quack doctor, he got what he deserved in the end. And I was so close to finally ditching Mimi too. So close.
But why? Why would you go so far as to throw away yourself, to become your own sister?
I think I understand why. Mimi Meanie wanted her old self to disappear because of this. That's about the malpractice incident. Dr. Gray was right. The mistake was caused by the nurse. A nurse by the name of Mimi Meanie. That's right, the person standing before us today. A few weeks after this mishap, Mimi Meanie had a car accident in which she lost her younger sister. The timing couldn't have been worse. 14 patients dying in that incident and her own sister's life extinguished. It was all too much to bear. I found a way for myself to escape it all. The only way. She lost everything in the flames of that accident. Her sister, and even her own face. This was her last chance. Her chance to throw away her past and start a new life as her sister.
Unbelievable. A plan beyond my wildest imagination.
That jerk. If only he hadn't thought of that channel in Mumbo Jumbo. Mumbo Jumbo? Becoming Emi has been the most horrible experience in the world. Spirit channeling, the occult. I hate it. I hate it all. Yeah.
I believe there are still a few unsolved riddles here, such as why did Miss Meanie choose to go with such a complicated plan? And why did Miss Morgan Fey agree to help her execute it? Regardless, I believe one thing has been made crystal clear.
The innocence of the defendant, Maya Fey. This is preposterous. I'm perfect. Me, Francisco von Karma. I'm going to enjoy the news tonight, Miss von Karma. How about you? It's going to be broadcast all over the world, right? Your defeat, that is. Ow! Whoa! Ah! Ow, ow, ow! Jesus Christ! And one more for good measure. And Phoenix is dead. Rip. Game over. Phoenix. Hang in there, Phoenix. Phoenix. This court is a fraud, a sham.
Now then. It looks like it will be some time before Mr. Wright regains consciousness. So I will go ahead and pronounce the verdict.
Not guilty. Confetti cannons. While Phoenix is asleep on the floor.
That is all. This court is adjourned.
We did it. June 22nd, 3:13 PM. District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 3. Congratulations, Maya. Sis. Oh. It's good to see you, Maya. How are you doing? Sis. I didn't kill anyone, did I? No, you didn't. It was all just a dream. A really bad dream. You know, sis, in my dream I smelled a really familiar scent. A familiar scent? I was inside that clothing box, right? That box. That was the box you used to store your clothes in a long time ago. That's right. Oh. There's still one thing I don't quite get. What's that? What would have happened if Mimi hadn't shot Dr. Gray? I mean, we broke in because we had a gunshot. I think Mimi Meanie had planned to open the door to the chamber herself. And then you and Lotta would have witnessed quite a scene. A possessed Maya Fey who had just committed a murder. She had it planned down to the smallest detail, huh? Nick. Congrats, Maya. Thanks. Looks like you bailed me out of another jam. well, you know. But I really don't want something like this to happen ever again. I'm fine because I have you to help me out, Nick. But every time something happens, I lose someone special to me. First my sister, and now my aunt. Hey Nick, tell me. Tell me why my aunt went and did something so horrible. Why would she help Mimi with a plan like that? I just don't understand it, Nick. Maya, it's over. Why don't we just let it be? Nick, please, I need an answer. The reason Morgan helped Mimi with her plan was... It's gonna be Pearl, I think. We'll try presenting Pearl. If not, we'll present Morgan. Pearly. 4 years from now, a new master will be born into Karain Village. And that person will be you, Maya. And that if you weren't there, then the main family's bloodline would disappear. And what would happen then? The branch family, my aunt. No, Morgan's spiritual power is too weak. The next person would be Pearl's. Ah! Everything was done for her sake. It was also that Pearl's would become the next master. Yeah, I can see that. Did Maya say something just now? I think that she was saying... I thought so. Date and time unknown. Detention center. Solitary confinement. Cell 13. Ooh. My precious Pearl. You're the only one suitable to be the master of Karain, dear child. I sacrificed it all for you. I helped that brainless nurse carry out her murder, and cooperated with that whip-happy prosecutor. It was all to unseat that annoying, witless main family girl. That Maya Fey. But I shall be patient, my dearest Pearl. A chance will present itself. Your time will come. Oh shit. Episode 2 reunion and turnabout, the end! We did it! We solved the case. Turnabout Big Top. A brand new episode has been added. Let's save. Well, that's going to be it for today's episode. I know it's a little bit shorter, but it makes sense to start a new case in a new episode, so we will do that next week. Thank you so much for watching, I really appreciate it. This one, at least towards the end, felt like I was really getting a grip on what it was wanting me to present, which was good. Although I did not see the twist of Eenie being me. And those names are going to be like tangled up in my brain forever because I was tripping over them, trying to make sure I was saying the right one. But yeah, it was a fun case to try and solve. And I called it from the beginning that Morgan was involved and up to no good. I said that from the start, and it was to try and unseat Maya so that Pearl could take over. So yeah, I was onto her. We'll see if I'm onto anyone else in the future. But yeah, thank you for watching. I really appreciate it, and I will hopefully see you all in the next one. Have a good one, everyone. Bye-bye.